Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap that notification bell, and like this video. That does help me keep making videos, and I would appreciate it majorly. Alright, so this is a missing person story. The boy's name is Andrew Freund. I think he goes by AJ. He went missing. Well, he was last seen Wednesday night when he went to bed. His parents woke up the next morning. His father's name is Andrew Freund as well, and his mother's name, I believe, is Joanne Carpenter. I'm fairly certain. We'll get into that in a second. But when his parents woke up in the morning, he was gone, and they reported him missing Thursday morning. There was a massive search throughout the day and into the late hours of Thursday that involved 15 different police agencies. And they reside in the area, a place called Crystal Lake, which is about 50 miles outside of Chicago. Northwest of it, there's Crystal Lake, there's Chicago. And the search involved, it says, 15 different agencies covering 470 acres by foot and 500 acres by aerial drone, as well as searching the lake. I assume that they lived nearby to it, using sonar technology. At about 6 p.m. Thursday, a sonar team began to scan the waters of Crystal Lake. Sonar technicians used cameras to search under all the docks and piers along the entire shore of Crystal Lake, and also used side scan sonar techniques on the lake itself off the main beach area. The search ended about 10 p.m. 15 police agencies helped with the search on Thursday, covering 373 acres by foot and nearly 500 by aerial search, by drone. I had said, I think 470. It's 370. In any event, the massive search throughout the day Thursday. However, police announced in their, I believe, a news conference today, or through a press release, that they basically don't feel it's an abduction. And I think they returned today with search warrants to search the parents' home. According to this Chicago Tribune article, it says that the canine units that went into the residence didn't pick up any scent of the boy leaving by foot. So they're focusing on the home, and they don't believe it's an abduction. They flat out said it. They entered the home with empty cardboard boxes. I assume they left with those boxes full of material. And then today, the father and mother, who I think have sort of remained out of sight to some extent, from the media, a sort of strange circus. The father left the home saying something like, find my son, find my son. I think a neighbor reported him saying that, and then he was being trailed by media as well as the police. And the police are kind of waving him back, saying, just walking behind him, asking him to come with them, just because they want to speak to him. And he continues to walk. At some point, he actually comes back and talks to the media and starts to plead for his son to come home. And that's saying that you're not in trouble, come home, we miss you terribly. I'm going to play portions of that. And then at some point he speaks to the detective who's asking him to come talk to us, us being the police. And he says he wants to do a few things first or something. It's just kind of a strange sequence of events. And this happened this morning, I believe, after they issued the search warrant, and were inside his home, exercising the search warrant. And then moments later, the mother shows up as well at the residence, but she has retained an attorney for herself. She, according through the attorney, expressed that she started to feel as if she's being considered a suspect, and so she needed counsel, and she now has representation, who spoke to reporters as well in that same report. And I'll play portions of that. And then his younger brother yesterday, I believe, not even today, yesterday was taken into custody by the Department of Child and Family Services. And it was also revealed to the press, I don't know if this was revealed yesterday or today, that the Department of Child and Family Services has been in contact with this family for some time over the same child that's gone missing, Andrew, since the day he was born, because he was born with opioids in his system. And so they've been in contact with this family on a number of instances that's chronicled here in the Chicago Tribune article, that the last time they were in contact with him over allegations of abuse was in December of 2018. So, a little less than 6 months ago. And so first, let me just show you some of what I was just describing. This happened earlier today, as I understand it. This is the boy's father, Andrew Freund, goes by the same name as his son, speaking, pleading for his son to return, and then it shows him speaking to detectives who are following behind him just by a few footsteps, basically asking him to come with them. And so let me just show you that.
Please come home. We love you very much. You're not in any trouble. We're just worried to death.
Trailing the boy's father, along with news crews, are a pair of Crystal Lake detectives, clearly eager to talk to Drew Friends. You can hear police asking the father to come with them now.
Come with us right now.
For much of the day, investigators working to track Friend down. Earlier in the day, detectives could be seen knocking on his door on the 100 block of Dole Avenue, to no avail. One of a pair of attempts to reach him, but when they finally meet, Friend turns down a ride to the police station, telling detectives that he'll talk to them soon.
I'm going to go get a phone.
Okay.
Then I'm going to come back.
Okay.
Because I want to finish sitting down with Dave.
Okay.
Because I think he's got a lot of good information that we can develop.
Okay. You know where to find us.
Yeah.
Adding to the drama, just a short while ago, the missing boy's mother appears at the family home with an attorney.
Miss Cunningham doesn't know what happened to AJ and had nothing to do with the disappearance of AJ.
And that's the boy's mother. So
The boy's distraught mother, Joanne Cunningham.
It's not totally clear to me why they were going to his home ringing the doorbell, because I believe they served a search warrant this morning. That's not totally clear to me. And that's the residence, the Dole Avenue residences where the boy resides before he went missing. So according to the Chicago Tribune, the history with the Department of Child and Family Services that they've had since the boy's birth, starts in October 2013. Department of Child and Family Services, DCFS, investigated an allegation of neglect by the mother and found there was credible evidence to substantiate the allegation. Andrew was born with opiates in his body. The following month, DCFS took Andrew into protective custody. He was placed in a foster home and not returned to his home until June 2015, just about almost 2 years later. The case was closed in April 2016. In March 2018, DCFS investigated allegations of neglect by the father and mother, but concluded they were unfounded. The mother agreed to re-enter treatment. On December 18, 2018, that's the most recent one, DCFS investigated another allegation of abuse and neglect by the mother, and the boy was temporarily removed by police, but he was returned to the home after the allegations were ruled unfounded. There was no evidence to support the allegations of deplorable conditions in the home, and bruising on the child was attributed to the dog. On Thursday, Andrew's younger brother was placed in another home under DCFS safety plan. Police said they were reviewing all tips and leads. And the boy remains missing, So, all right, I understand it a little clearer now. It was Friday afternoon that they served the search warrant. So after these events that transpired earlier in the day, with the father being unable to reach him, and then finally sort of tracking him down on foot right by near his own home, sort of pleading with him to come with them, to speak with them, answer some questions. After that, in other circumstances, they later that afternoon, the team of police and about 7 vehicles pulled up to the home and went inside. At least one of them said, "Crystal Lake Police, we got a search warrant." Some of them later emerged outside, but then returned into the house carrying unfolded boxes. Later in the evening, police could be seen leaving the home. In another development, late Friday afternoon, the Illinois Department of Child and Family Services said it had contact with the family of the boy, Andrew, since he was born. I already talked about that. And they said unequivocally, after a day-long search on Thursday, police in a news release Friday said, in reviewing all the investigative information thus far, there is no indication that would lead the police to believe that an abduction had taken place. They also said information obtained currently has police focusing on the residents. Canine teams that were used during the investigation only picked up Andrew's scent within the residence, indicating that Andrew had not walked away on foot. So it seems the situation is developing pretty quickly now. And we'll see where this goes. There's still a lot of questions, tons of questions that remain unanswered. And that is the story there, man. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.